Often, Chinese speakers find it difficult to use the right English terms when addressing people. When talking to teachers, they might simply call them teacher. And when meeting their foreign friends' parents, they might call them uncle or auntie. This is an interesting cultural difference, but if you're going overseas to study or just to visit a friend, it's important to know how English speakers address each other. Today, we'll be looking at how to address teachers and the parents of friends in English-speaking countries. We'll focus on face-to-face interactions, not email correspondence. And we have a guest again today, Kathy.
Hi guys!
Let's start with how to address elders, such as the parents of your English-speaking friends.
Let's go!
Let's say you have an English-speaking friend called John Smith, and one day, John invites you to his house. When you get there, you could address his parents by saying, "Hi, Mr. Smith," "Hi, Mrs. Smith," or just by their first names. "Hi, Mike," "Hi, Mary. It's nice to meet you."
But how do I know which to use?
Well, if his parents seem laid back and easygoing, calling them by their first names might be the way to go. But if they seem a bit uptight and formal, you might want to start with Mr. or Mrs. plus surname. If you call his father Mr. Smith and he feels that's too formal, he might say to you, "Please, just call me Mike." Then you can start calling his parents by their first names. Probably the best option, though, is to ask your friend beforehand.
Hey John, should I address your parents as Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Or just call them by their first names?
How about teachers? How do we address high school teachers in English-speaking countries? Generally speaking, we address teachers as Mr. plus surname, Mrs. plus surname, Miss plus surname, or Ms. plus surname. Female teachers will often tell their students if they prefer to be called Mrs., Miss, or Ms. So we'd say,
"Can we go home now, Mr. Johnson?"
"Ms. Wilson, can we have an early mark today?" Usage does vary based on region, however. For example, in England, students traditionally referred to male teachers as Sir and female teachers as Miss, while in some high schools in Los Angeles in the United States, students refer to teachers by their first names. But most high schools in English-speaking countries still use Mr., Mrs., Miss, Ms. plus surname.
How about at college? What should I call my college professor?
Good question, Kathy. This is a tough one. Generally speaking, we address college professors as doctor plus surname or professor plus surname. If the professor feels this is too formal, he or she might say, "Please just call me Harry," or
"Please just call me Mary."
When I was at university, some of my teachers asked students to just call them by their first names. However, the safest option is still to say doctor or professor plus their surname. In a study carried out by a professor at the University of Melbourne, researchers found that children from the US and UK who were studying in the US were most likely to use the honorific doctor plus surname, followed by professor plus surname. International students from Taiwan, however, showed a distinct preference to simply say professor. If you learned something in this video, please press like and share it with your friends. I'm Dr. Chinglish.
And I'm Kathy.
Have a nice week.